here coming to another video review, and today I'll be taking a look at the 1 to 1/44 scale high-grade Universal Century Unicorn Gundam Unicorn mode from Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn. That was a lot of repetition of the word unicorn. It's almost becoming gobbledygook now. Before my brain melts, let's move on. So, there's its size to a soda can. A little bit bigger than the standard 1/44 scale kit, but considering this suit's size, that's to be expected. As far as colors are concerned, it's white. A whole lot of white. As well as a little bit of dark blue, dark gray, and then a smidge of a medium green thanks to some of the stickers. But aside from that, it's white, gray, and blue. So, not a very dynamic color scheme, but it doesn't really need to be. Posability is naturally pretty good. There's just a bit of a hinge in the neck. Allows the neck to move back and forth, and then a ball joint in the head, side to side, rotate, all that good stuff. There is a special set of joints in the body, allows the arm to move back and forth a little bit, and up and down pretty well. Shoulder armor can wiggle a little bit too. Arms can go all the way around at the shoulder, out to the side that far when you get all the joints involved. Swivel all the way around just below the shoulder, bend that far at one joint in the elbow. A little bit of movement on the wrist, side to side, in and out, swivel. These little thrusters are on ball joints, but very tight ones. And you've got a ball joint in the upper torso, so side to side, back and forth, swivel. The front skirts are normally one piece, but when I built this guy I separated them, so up and down, back and forth, in and out, but normally they'd only move up and down. Swivel hinges on the side skirts, in and out, back and forth. Nothing on the back skirts. Legs can move forward that far, back that far, out to the side, only that far because it's a ball joint. Swivel a little bit, again because it's a ball joint. You have a little bit of a swivel in the waist. Legs can bend that far at two joints. There is a swivel hinge in the ankle, back and forth, and side to side a little bit. And then a ball joint in the actual foot, side to side, swivel, and back and forth. So, pretty good range of movement, but nothing spectacular. It's just a high grade, not anything amazing. As for accessories, they're relatively extensive. He has 4 beam sabers. 2 are actually already stored here in the forearms. They just tab into place. He has 2 more. And so you can get a better look at them. They're just basically long plastic sticks. Comes with 2 translucent beams. I believe the originals were light blue, but I exchanged them for pink because I just think that's more proper. Anyway, post port. In you go. Fairly standard. Drop it into his hand. If you're lucky, it doesn't go all the way through. If you're not, he sort of just lets it go in one side, out the other. A little bit wobbly, so don't expect too many overly dynamic poses from it. Storing these ones is pretty easy. You just need to put them into the holes on the backpack, like that, and that. Oop. That doesn't look right. There we go. Now it looks better. Of course, he has his shield, which is mostly white plastic with a little bit of dark gray. There's not really any posability going on with this aside from a swivel right there. There are just 2 little tabs there that go into slots on the sides of his arms. It doesn't hold there extremely securely, but it's not going to just drop out. He also has a trigger finger hand, which is for holding the beam rifle and the rocket launcher. Switching it out is fairly simple. Just pop the old hand off and pop the new one in. Easy peasy. Now, speaking of, we first have the beam rifle, which is all one piece of dark gray plastic. Now, neatly, there is actually a tab right there, so you can put it into his hand. Just take the fingers off, and there's actually a slot in the palm of the hand. So we're going to some master grade type stuff. Slot, tab into slot, and then just put the fingers back on to complete the look. And there you go. And just slot this back into place. And there he is holding it. Now, of course, the beam rifle can be stored. If you'll give me just a moment. Now, there are two different ways you can store the beam rifle. First, there is a tab here you can flip out, which will go into this slot on the backpack. But that's not how I like to do it, because that is for the rocket launcher. And so instead, there is this tab on the side, which can go into the slot on the forearm. Just like that. And honestly, I like the way that looks. It's a bit awkward, but it's neat. And of course, he has a spare magazine that can be stored on the back skirt. There's just a slot right there. I believe that's how this goes. Yeah, right there. Just sits in there like that. And there you go. And then, of course, the rocket launcher. Now, this is where a caveat comes in, because I sort of screwed something up. But the rocket launcher itself, fairly simple. Tab you can fold out here to store it on his back. Just like that. And then you can also fold out this side grip. Now, he also comes with a spare magazine, so you can store it on his waist, or on his back skirt. He also comes with parts to extend it and make it look like it's been folded out and armed. This is that piece. This is the piece that goes on him. Do you see the problem? Yes, originally I actually had the Banshee kits, which came with a second rifle and second rocket launcher, which I gave to my Destroy Mode kit, which I then sold, and without paying attention, I gave the extender parts for the Banshee version, for this version, to that, which had the Banshee versions of the weapons. So now I have the Banshee version of the extender parts, which go with this, because I'm just a big fat moron. It happens. So if you're the guy out there who bought that Destroy Mode Unicorn, get in touch with me and I'll try and fix that. Anyway, so just take this panel on the back off. There's a large slot there, tab there, goes together, pull that off, have this little extender barrel piece, goes on there like that, this goes on like this, and there you have the slightly miscolored but extended rifle. Now it equips the same way as the extended rocket launcher, not rifle. Let go, let go! It attaches the same way as the rifle, just to pull the fingers off, slot, tab, make them meet, and then put all of this back into place. And there you go. And then just put it into his hand, and there he is equipping it, as awkward as it may look. But I still think it's neat. Let's see if I can get this to not look quite so weird. There we go. And there he is, ready to shoot some people. But yeah, that looks pretty cool. I like the way that looks. And of course, of course, the spare bazooka magazine can be stored on his waist. There's a tab here, just goes into the slot on the back skirt. Just like that. You're supposed to go in there too. Stay. And there he is with the magazines for both weapons stored. And there he is equipping both weapons, as odd as it may look together. But I like it. And there you have the Unicorn mode Unicorn Gundam with all the accessories stored on him. So, I like the way that looks, and that's usually how I display this guy on my shelf. So, that's neat. Pretty simple looking model. Now, one thing to note is that if you buy this kit yourself, this version, the Unicorn mode, only comes with the bazooka. You have to get the Destroy mode version to get the rifle. I sort of lucked out because I got both the Unicorn and Destroy mode versions of the Banshee, which come with extra bazookas and rifles, so I put them on my... yeah. So as long as you don't screw things up like I did, this is a pretty cool set, and you can make it look complete, but unfortunately you have to buy 2 kits, possibly 4, if you want everything to look good. Which is a bit irritating. But it seems like recently Bandai has been doing irritating. That's not related to this, that's neither here nor there, so on we go. But that finishes up my review of the 1 to 1/44 scale high-grade Universal Century Unicorn Gundam Unicorn mode from Mobile Suit Gundam Unicorn. That word is really becoming nonsense. So until next time, bye-bye.